Imagine waking up, checking your portfolio, and seeing XION not just up a little, but exploding more than 220% in a single day. For many investors, it feels like the kind of move that comes out of nowhere. But like every major breakout in crypto, there's always a story behind the chart, a chain reaction of events, sentiment, and timing that creates the perfect storm. So let's break this down in a way anyone can understand, and by the end, you'll know exactly why XION just went parabolic. It all starts with the numbers. A 220% surge in 24 hours isn't normal. That's not sideways accumulation. That's not a quiet pump. That's a flood of new demand hitting the market all at once. But what triggered that flood? For XION, the spark was lit weeks before the price explosion even happened. It began with a series of high-impact partnerships and integrations that most people ignored at the time. But whales didn't. Back on October 7th, XION announced its integration with Fireblocks, one of the biggest institutional custodians in crypto. Fireblocks doesn't deal with random small-cap tokens. They serve hedge funds, banks, asset managers, the players with deep pockets. So when a project becomes accessible through Fireblocks, it suddenly becomes investable for institutional capital. For weeks, this opened the door for quiet accumulation while retail was asleep. Then things got even more serious. On November 5th, XION revealed its partnership with BGA to launch something called the Global Impact Accelerator. Sounds fancy, right? But here's why it matters. This program supports blockchain innovations tied to United Nations Global Development Goals. That's not meme coin hype. That's legitimacy, the kind of legitimacy that attracts foundations, NGOs, institutional investors, and global brands. In crypto, partnerships like this act like a spotlight. Once the world sees a project is building for global impact, not just profit, sentiment flips. Now fast forward to this week. While most retail traders were still ignoring XION, something interesting was happening on social media. Sentiment data from September showed 290% growth in mindshare, meaning more conversations, more engagement, more investors discovering the project. Combine that with overwhelmingly positive sentiment, and you get a potential powder keg ready to explode once a catalyst hits. And then came the technicals, the part that really triggered the 220% surge. 4 days, XION was hovering at oversold levels, with a 7-day RSI of 28.66. That's extreme. When a strong project becomes oversold, it's like stretching a rubber band. The moment buyers return, even slightly, the price snaps upward hard. Once it broke through key resistance levels, especially around a major Fibonacci extension zone pointing toward $1.05, algo traders and momentum bots triggered automatically. Each buy order created another buy order. The chart began trending, volume skyrocketed, and the breakout became self-sustaining. Volume shot up 471% in under 24 hours. That's not just retail FOMO, that's institutional buyers, whales, algorithmic traders, and retail all entering at once. Even more interesting, the market was sitting in extreme fear on the fear and greed index. Normally that scares people. But for contrarian investors, extreme fear is a gold mine. Smart money loves buying when everyone else is scared. And that's exactly what happened. All these factors created what analysts call a converged breakout, when fundamentals, sentiment, technicals, and timing all align at the same moment. So instead of a slow and steady rise, XION went vertical. Investors realized that between Fireblocks integration, the UN-aligned accelerator, massive social momentum, oversold conditions, and exploding volume, the project was severely undervalued, and the market corrected itself violently. So why is XION up 220%? Because the world finally caught up to what insiders and institutions were already seeing. A strong project that was oversold, undervalued, and being quietly accumulated. A project with real partnerships, real adoption, and real momentum. And when all that pressure built up, the breakout wasn't just expected, it was inevitable. And now the real question is, was this the explosion, or is this just the beginning of a much bigger run? Only time will tell. XION is a Layer 1 blockchain designed to address the fragmented Web3 ecosystem through advanced chain abstraction technologies. Built to operate seamlessly across different blockchain networks, XION aims to simplify interactions by abstracting complex elements like accounts, signatures, and gas fees. This approach fosters interoperability, making XION a key player for those looking to enhance efficiency in the decentralized space. In terms of underlying technology, XION is a standalone blockchain. akin to major platforms like Ethereum and Binance Smart Chain, but it distinguishes itself by focusing on ease of use and integration across disparate systems. This makes XION particularly attractive for developers and users seeking a more cohesive Web3 experience. XION's key use cases encompass a variety of decentralized applications, dApps, including but not limited to decentralized finance, DeFi, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. Through these applications, XION works to provide solutions that streamline complex processes, lower entry barriers, and enhance user engagement. On the tokenomics side, the XION token serves crucial functions within the network. With mechanisms such as staking and burning, it facilitates network operations and rewards participants. Details on the total and circulating supply are vital metrics for traders, indicating the token's potential for appreciation or inflation. One of XION's unique features is its ability to unify different blockchain networks, positioning it as a competitive player against rivals like Polkadot and Cosmos. This capability aligns with current market trends, emphasizing user experience and cross-chain operations.